All right, here we go. Today we have one of the major up-and-coming Chicago rappers, Tay Savage, fresh off his deal with Empire.
Yeah.
Welcome to VladTV.
Shout out Empire.
Yeah. Congrats, man. You with a good crew.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen Empire do a lot of great things with a lot of artists.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's your first time here. I want to start in the very beginning.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
In the low end.
Yeah.
So explain what that is.
The low end is like from what, 55th to, I don't know what, 21st, 22nd, 21st, King, State to the Lake. So it's like a big area close to downtown of Chicago.
Okay, and how many kids in the household?
In my household, me and 2 siblings.
Okay. You had mentioned that your dad was in prison when you were young.
Yeah.
So he was released when you were 12?
Yeah, one time.
Okay, so when did he go in?
Shit, he went in, I think, I was born in 91, and he went in like 91. Came home when I was like 12.
Okay. So like when he was locked up, did you ever go visit him or?
Yeah. We went to go see him.
Okay.
Time to time.
Okay. So, and he turned Muslim when he was locked up?
Yeah. Yup.
Did that, kind of influence you to turn Muslim yourself at one point?
Yeah, for sure. At first, I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? He just came home, gave me my shahada, and I didn't even know what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? But then, what's crazy, when I went to jail and I started more learning and being around more Muslims, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I see what he was trying to do. Then I got into it myself. I started learning myself, learning how to pray, learning more about it. You know what I'm saying?
So do you take it seriously these days?
Yes, yeah. There's always room for improvement, but yeah, for sure.
So do you pray 3 times? Well, 3 times a day or 5 times a day?
5. I try.
It's 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay. So do you bring like a prayer mat with you when you travel and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I've had, people who are Muslim who like go and pray right before the interview. They'll go in the other room
100%.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay. So you meet your dad. Well, you don't meet your dad, but you have your dad back in your life at 12.
Yeah.
How was that kind of getting reacquainted with him? Because, you weren't around him all these years.
Yeah. So I think it was kind of like a friction at first, you know what I'm saying? Because he came home, trying to be like the dad or whatever, and I wasn't really trying to feel like, I listened to my mom my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So he came home like trying to stand on stuff, and I really wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Well, he comes home when you're 12, and when you're 13, you start, messing around in the streets. You start stealing cars around that time?
Yeah. No, while he was in jail, I was stealing cars. So
Oh, okay.
it was before that.
How old were you when you stole your first car?
Man, I don't even know, because I was hanging with older guys, so I probably was like, probably like 8 or 9 or something.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
Could you even reach the pedals? I mean...
You know what's crazy? I used to steal, so it was like, I want to say like, some Toyotas, it was so easy to get. But I used to get them, but they didn't let me drive for a long time. You feel me? Like, I get them, then I tell bro, like, I got it out the bed, then we'll get it. Then I started driving myself.
Okay, so, like, how do you steal a car? Explain to me.
It was just with a screwdriver. It was easy back then. It was
with a screwdriver? Yeah, so you put it in the ignition?
Put it in the thing, it was like a 90, it was probably even a 91 or something. It was an old Toyota Corolla. They was easy to steal at the time.
But how would you get into the actual car, though?
Oh, you break the window.
Oh, you break the window?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes people leave them open.
Okay, so you're stealing cars, and are you getting in trouble during this time? Are you getting caught at all?
Yeah, I was getting caught for little stuff, not really for that. I was getting caught for like probably going somewhere without permission or little stuff. Like, I used to do little stuff, like even play with like matches in the house or something, like play with like just little stuff.
I mean, your dad is out at this point. Is he trying to steer you in some kind of direction,
sure.
but you're just not really listening?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was trying, but yeah.
Because he just did a bid, so he doesn't want his son to go do the same thing he did.
Yeah, but he was more like on some like when he first came home, he was more like on some like guerrilla parenting. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, and then by then I was like already, so I'm like, I wasn't even trying to feel it.
Okay, so you get arrested for the first time around 15, 16?
Yeah, for my first time ever.
For what?
Robbery.
Robbery?
Yeah.
Can you explain what happened?
Man, me and some guys, man, we robbed this this sporting goods store. We was shorties, man. We robbed a sporting goods store. Shit, we got.
How'd you get caught?
I got caught down the street.
Oh, just there was a cop right there?
Well, it was a police station down the street from the place.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? And I ran that way, and one of the guys ran that way, and he got caught. Another one of the guys got away.
Okay. So was that armed robbery?
Yeah, armed robbery.
So at 16, you're still a minor, though?
Yeah, I was a minor. Yeah.
So did they just, was it a slap on the wrist, or they actually sent you to juvenile?
I went there for like 3 months. Then they put me in house arrest for like 6 months. Then they sent me to this place called Arrowhead Ranch. It's in like Cold Valley, Illinois.
Okay.
It's like a little home to help kids.
Okay, so you get arrested, you do 3 months in, then you do 6 months of house arrest and other programs.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like that really deterred you at all.
Nah.
Because you get arrested again when?
Got arrested again. Shit. After that, I got arrested a little after that. Probably like 16. I had got arrested for shooting somebody.
Oh.
And I was juvenile. Then
what was that situation over?
shit, I don't know. I didn't know shit. He got shot and I got out. Shit. I went to jail for I think maybe a month.
A month for a shooting?
Yeah, I was a juvenile, but I don't think he pressed charges. And
Okay.
I think he went to the hospital and left.
Okay.
And then they just let me out, reinstated my probation. That I was on probation for the robbery, and let me out.
Aha. Okay, so you're kind of going in and out.
Yeah.
Really, like every year
Damn,
up to that
yeah.
point. And
Yeah.
then the next time was it the gun charge in 19? Or some other stuff happened along the way?
Yeah, I think the gun charge.
Okay, and at that point, you're an adult.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you get sent to regular jail, adult jail.
Yeah, I bonded out for that.
All right, was that different?
Hell yeah, it was different.
Okay. What was the worst kind of situation you went through that first time getting arrested? Because how long did you have to spend in jail?
I ain't even do that long. I got bonded out like the bullpen. My first time, it's crazy, my first time in the county was for a domestic. So, yeah, that was kind of crazy. That was different.
When you hear really interesting stories about Chicago jails, Rico Reckless
Yeah.
talked about the whole Glock dookie and what do you call it when you knock the dude out and
Yeah.
that thing
Yeah.
that Joe Rogan played on his show.
Yeah.
Does it really get that insane in there?
Hell yeah, that shit ain't no. And one of my old interviews I had said this guy Primo had kind of started it, right? To knock you out, spin your ass. But he basically just said it. Like he was
Savage Life.
he was one of the older guys, they had a lot of influence on us or whatever. So he was just saying it like, man, keep playing. But one of the younger guys went and did it. And Primo just came home too. Shout out to Primo for sure. He just beat 3-4 murders.
So he came up with that idea? But
Yeah,
someone else actually someone else actually decided
And
to do
somebody
it.
actually did it, and then it just kept going.
It kept going.
Yeah, for sure.
Still
going.
I just don't understand that, man. I mean,
Yeah, so what Primo said he had did was he basically said that so basically what he was like, I think Primo was a little older, so he used to always just say shit that'd like, hey, don't try me. So he basically like, hey boy, keep playing, I'm gonna knock you out, spinning your ass. So people like, what the fuck? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna change your man, some shit like some crazy shit. So people fake ran with it. You know what I'm saying?
And it became a thing.
Yeah, it became a real thing.
Only in Chicago, though. I've never heard of this anywhere else.
Yeah. You know, different state to state politics be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but at first, shit like that, like when we had structure in our jails, it wasn't like that. You feel me? You'll get fucked up.
Have you ever actually seen someone do that?
Nah, I ain't never seen nobody.
Okay. Well, what about-
I left around that period.
All right. But the Glock dookie, I've always heard there's variations of that.
Yeah.
Pretty much every prison.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you get arrested for the gun at 19, when do you get out?
Shit, I got right out. I got arrested for the gun 19. I bonded out the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And then I bonded out the bullpen. Then I was going to court for that, back and forth. Then I caught some temps. Like 2 attempt murders. Then I had to go to jail, fight those. I beat those, and I copped out for the gun. Took a year for the gun, and then got back out.
Okay, so, well, there was a situation that happened where your friend Welch got killed. That was your best friend?
Yeah.
Well, you had gotten shot yourself right before then. You got shot in the stomach?
2 days prior, yeah.
Okay, so the shooting in the stomach, what happened with that?
Shit, we was just standing outside. Some words broke out. Some shots broke out. Shit, I wound up shot. You know what I'm saying? And then shit.
That was the first time you got shot?
Nah, I had got shot prior. What's crazy, right? The guy that I had shot when I was juvenile shot me back. Yeah, he shot me back like months later. I had came home. He shot me back in my leg. I got shot there.
Okay,
so I've been shot all together like 4 times, 3 different occasions.
Okay, so you shoot this guy. He comes back.
Yeah, he shot me. He kept it gangster. I liked him.
Did you actually see him coming?
Hell yeah, he was right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you realize at that point, like, okay, he got the drop on me?
I mean, you know, it went up, but yeah, he hit me in my leg. And
So when you shot him, he never went to the police?
Nah, he left the police station. He got shot in the foot, left the police station.
So when he shot you, you didn't go to the police either?
Nah, hell no.
So it was just... So do you feel that both of y'all are even now? Or is it still on site?
You know something? After that, our hoods kind of like got cool, kind of like squashed the beef. So we actually was in a car after that, you know what I'm saying? We kind of was like riding around.
You and the guy that you shot and shot you were in a car together.
Yeah. I respected him though.
How tense was that car ride?
Shit, I mean, it was cool. I mean, he respected me, I respected him. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
do you think that both of y'all had weapons?
When, that day?
In that car?
I don't know if he did, but I know I did.
Okay, so if things got loud, it could have...
I don't think he did though. I don't think he did.
So what was that conversation like?
Shit, we was chilling because we had, you know, back then it was still a little structure. So we was like, you know, his hood was never really in tour with our hood. So that shit that had happened, it was kind of like, wasn't supposed to happen, you feel me? So we kind of like nipped it in the bud, you feel me? It was like, all right, cool, whatever. He shot me, shot him. It was cool.
Congrats on the maturity.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, so then after you get shot this one time, then Welch gets killed.
Yeah.
Did they ever find out who did it?
Nah.
No one got arrested for it? Okay.
No, nobody got arrested for that.
And you said that when that happened, that really changed you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
In what way?
Shit, a drastic way. Shit, that was my best friend. You feel me? But then I think why nobody never got charged, because he went on somebody else. He went to somebody else's hood and was shooting, and got caught. Like they shot him while he was shooting at them, and and that's how he got killed.
Okay, so he was wild himself.
Yeah, it was my best friend. Yeah, for the most part, he was cool though, good guy. But you know, it's just
Okay, so you had 2 attempts right around this time?
Yeah, I had 2 attempts after he got killed. They charged me 2 attempts after he got killed.
At the same time?
Yeah, so basically when they started looking for me for the murders, for Sess and Eve murders, it was like 6 different attempts they was looking for me too. So some attempts had happened earlier the day that Neef got killed, like kind of like the same way, and they threw my name in the mix. Now I didn't know nothing about them. I think it was somebody with the same name or something or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I ain't know nothing about that. I didn't even know the people. And how I beat it, this female was, I had a lawyer, he was all right, but this female was like walking to the area like, hey, my boyfriend locked up for shooting you, like he ain't shoot you. So they like, no, it wasn't him, what the bam, and they signed affidavits, and that's how I got out, that's how I beat that.
Oh, so they actually signed off and said it wasn't you, so they were forced to drop it at that point.
Yeah, they, because at first they went to the police station to point me out the lineup and said it was me. But then when she got to he didn't shoot you, like, he don't even know you. So they like, no, it wasn't him. So they signed it, and I got out. And so they was originally looking for me, like knocking on doors, looking for me for those attempts, some more attempts, and the murders. Now, when I turned myself in with my lawyer, and they just charged me with the attempts. They didn't charge me with the murders.
Yeah, but even the attempts, I mean, that could get you 10, 20 years.
10, 20, shit. Hell yeah. 30, 40.
For an attempt?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So how nervous were you going through that? Because, you know you didn't do it, but at the end of the day, there's lots of people in jail that never did it. They just look like someone else, their hairstyle's the same way, and next thing you know, I mean, because even like lineups, they've proven over time that they're not that accurate.
Yeah, because I literally didn't do that. And they literally pointed me out. I think the same name. I think the police might even told them, like, point me out. But I didn't even know these people. Never seen them. You feel me? So
how did it feel when you finally got over those
to be honest, I don't think I knew the seriousness of it at first. You feel me? Because when I turned myself in, they was like, because I had the lawyer calling me, like, they want you for some aggravated battery with firearms and some murders or whatever at the BAM. So I'm like, all right, aggravated battery with firearms. All right, whatever. So I turned myself in. But then once I went to bond court and all that, they like, temp murder. And then they got to telling me, I'm like, what? I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about that. So my lawyer like, are you sure? Seem like you kind of busy. I'm like, nah, I don't know nothing about this. Like, I ain't do it. So once she got to going to talk to them and shit, he kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like, that's how I beat it for real.
So you get out around 21?
Nah, for that, I got out in like 2012. Got out in 2012.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No. I meant you were 21 at the time.
Yeah, about 21, yeah.
2012, you were
about 21, yeah.
Right. Okay, so you get out and it seems like you keep turning up.
That's what they saying,
yeah. FIB J-Man was on my show.
Let's start there.
He talked about a shootout that y'all had.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that at all?
I mean, J-Man, that's crazy, man. But yeah, J-Man cool, though. You know what I'm saying? He cool. But yeah, we had some differences for a little minute. Just from the people I was hanging with, people he hanging with. So yeah, we had some little differences, but yeah, I salute him, though.
I mean, he speaks highly of you.
Yeah.
In interviews. He doesn't try to downplay who you are. Calls you John Wick.
He crazy. Everybody call me John Wick now. I don't even say, that ain't my Tay Savage, ain't my name. It's John Wick now.
John Wick. Right.
I was just in the airport. Hey, John Wick? We got John Wick in this motherfucker? I'm done.
He said that you're more savage than King Von and 051 Melly?
More than savage? I don't know. Them, you know, I don't know.
I mean, he says a lot.
I'm a little older than them, though, so.
Okay. Now, you knew King Von?
Yeah, for sure. I knew Melly, too.
Okay. Were you and Von close?
Yeah. We grew up on in jail.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was always locked up, or he was always locked up. But then people always be like, man, this is a little guy from O Block that kind of remind me of you. So when I see him, I'm like, all right, yeah, I can see it. So like his mannerism, I'm like, all right, cool. Out the bam. Then we got real close. We got real tight.
In jail?
Yeah. When I was locked up, he had came home, he beat his case. He was writing me through his mom. Like, he'd write his mom sent it to me. You feel me? Yeah.
I mean, what did you think when he got out? He started to just blow up.
Shit, I knew it, cause he got that. You know what I'm saying? Like what's that word? Charismatic.
Charisma.
Yeah, for sure he got that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. He was like, at the time, I felt like the hottest new gangster rapper in hip hop. Just period. Not just Chicago, just period. Like people were looking at him as like, okay, this is like that next guy in the genre.
For sure.
And he was turning up. I mean, Dirk was fucking with him. But then the situation happened in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You saw the video?
Yeah, once I came home, I saw it, yeah.
From your point of view, and I interviewed Lil Tim.
Yeah.
And we broke down, I don't know if you saw that interview.
Who's Lil Tim?
Lil Tim was the guy who shot.
Lil Tim, yeah.
Yeah, he's Quando Rondo's guy who ended up shooting Von.
Yeah.
And we went through the whole story about how, Von jumped on Quando first and then things escalated and so forth. When you look at that situation, do you feel that Quando's side was justified in what they did, or do you feel like it didn't have to go that far?
I mean, truthfully, I feel like, they did what they had to do. You feel me? They did what they had to do. I wish that, somebody probably told Von, like, nah, like, wait, or let me do it or something, or you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But shit, somebody play with my homie, shit, they did what they had to do. But you know, that's just what happens. Like they do what they gotta do, then like it's just that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I have security.
Yeah.
If someone just jumped on me and they had a reputation for extreme violence, I would expect my security to shoot that person.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And we will sort it out afterwards.
Yeah.
But I feel like people in Chicago like couldn't accept that. It's the whole slide for Von, slide for Von, slide for Von, even though Von was the aggressor.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, so me personally, like, I've been doing this for a minute, so I like understand. Like, certain shit I be like, damn, I hate that this happened, but I understand why this happened. But just because this happened, this still had to happen behind that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I get it, but it's just like, it is what it is.
Well, you see where we are now. I mean, Tim got shot. He had a colostomy bag. Ultimately, the charges were dropped because in Georgia, there was stand your ground.
Yeah.
Right? Might have ended up differently if it was California or New York.
Yeah, for sure.
But stand your ground allowed him to walk free. But then Lil Pop gets killed, and Dirk and a bunch of his people are now arrested facing murder for hire charges. Do you know Dirk at all?
Yeah, I know Dirk, for sure.
What do you think about that whole situation they're facing?
I just hate it. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. I hate Dirk. God damn it, in that situation. Because at the same time, it's a lot of people that looked up to Dirk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a guy that came from where we came from. Like, he was around us in parties and rooms and come from where we come from, and he made it. You know what I'm saying? This guy, you see this guy with Jay-Z, you see him with all type of people.
With Kanye,
with
Drake,
yeah,
with
so
everybody.
He was something that people was shooting towards. So
he was the biggest rapper in Chicago at that time, period.
100%.
In terms of filling an arena, I don't think like Dirk could bring more people, I think, than anyone else. I mean, maybe Chief Keef, like if he comes back to Chicago, but I'm saying in general, he was the guy.
Yeah.
And
Chief Keef just did something too. He just did something in Chicago.
Right.
I think I was locked up.
Right, exactly.
Cause Sosa. At the end of the day, Sosa's still Sosa, but Sosa had kind of fell back. So he a motherfucker that people look up to too, though. Sosa, like,
no, absolutely. I mean, Sosa, I feel, was the founder of all that.
Yeah, and if you look at Sosa growth, Sosa different. If you look at his interviews now and like what he on, like Sosa different. Sosa be chilling. Like he got his weed strands and game and shit. And Sosa motherfucker that I feel like people should really look up to.
Well, yeah, because I felt like he was kind of the smart one where when he started to blow up, I think he realized the implications of him staying in Chicago.
Yeah.
So he moved to Calabasas.
I think that's the best thing he ever did.
And really just you never seen him, oh, I'm back on the block. Like, no, he literally was not coming back.
It's the best thing he ever did.
He took his safety very seriously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is why the only bullshit I ever heard with Chief Keef was during the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine thing where, like, one of Tekashi's dudes, like, shot at him, like, in New York. But I'm saying, like, you never see any Chicago bullshit catching up with Chief Keef.
Yeah.
He did what he did, then he moved and stayed.
Yeah.
You knew Chief Keef?
Yeah, I knew so.
What was it like? Because you weren't rapping at the time.
Nah.
But, you know, when Chief Keef dropped, like, Don't Like, and then Love Sosa, it almost created a whole new industry.
Hell yeah.
Because there's always been Chicago rappers, Kanye, Common, Twister.
Bump J.
Yeah, Bump J.
Yeah.
But when Chief Keef hit, it created a whole new sound and a whole door to a bunch of guys that really even weren't rapping at the time that suddenly gained a fan base just because of affiliation and social media and so forth.
Yeah.
What was it like to see all that?
It was crazy. It was crazy. That's like somebody you probably grew up with, go to the NBA or something. Feel me? Every motherfucker want to play basketball. Everybody in the gym playing and hooping and shit trying to. Yeah, that was crazy though. Sosa had the city, like, everybody's listening to his. I think even the other side listened to his shit.
No, I mean, he had actual hits.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and he had like 50 Cent and, you know, Wiz Khalifa and, you know, he was fully on the major label run.
Yeah.
FBG Duck. You guys knew each other.
Yeah, we knew Duck too.
I did 2 of Duck's interviews.
Yeah.
And I would always ask him to move out of the city. He would always argue with me. What did you think about the way things escalated and ultimately the way Duck got?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what happened. I went there. I think I was locked up when Duck got, but it's just how it goes. Shit, he should have left. That probably been the best thing he would have did.
I agree.
Feel me? He should have left. He was blowing up. Shit. In Chicago, when you blowing up, you more of a target. Like somebody probably will see one guy and be like, nah, get him. So shit, he was a target. I think he from where we from, so he know he was a target. So I don't know what he was thinking.
No, it was sad. It was sad. I interviewed his mom right afterwards, and she's in tears and so forth. But then, you fast forward a couple of years, and every guy that was associated with that situation ends up getting found guilty. Did you know any of the old Block 6?
Nah, I ain't know none of them.
No. Were you surprised that all of them got arrested and all of them ultimately got convicted?
Was I surprised?
Yeah.
Shit. I would have been surprised. I would have been surprised if anybody got a. I don't know what was going on. So shit, anybody that got locked up for it, I would have been surprised. Like, that's what they saying did that? It's crazy.
Well, they found all cell phones.
Yeah, I seen
going
that
back.
shit.
Like they laid out. I mean, it was a federal case actually.
Yeah.
The feds picked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at you talk about how your friend got, they still don't know who did it. When you look at the that happened in Chicago, what percentage of them actually get solved and people go to jail versus cold cases?
I don't know. I don't know the percentage.
If you were just eyeball it, half, 75%.
I don't know. I feel like they solve what they could solve. They done what they can. Or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But
a lot of times when it's a high profile person,
yeah,
then they
and
have
then,
more
like,
of
where
an
it
incentive.
happened at.
And yeah, exactly. On the Gold Coast in front of all the designer stores, I don't think they would have let that go.
Yeah. Chicago rough though, shit. This is like a lot of other places, shit. Memphis, a lot of places. Like I had one down there with Spooky Duke. I don't know if you're familiar with Spooky Duke.
I heard the name.
CEO Jizzle and Spooky Duke. They locked up, Freedom too. But I had one down there. This shit the same. I'm thinking it's the same way. Them motherfuckers, shit, probably even worse.
Now you said that you don't smoke or do any
Nah.
drink.
Nah.
Okay, ever?
I mean, I tried liquor in but I just don't like it. Definitely don't. Yeah.
Now, a real close friend of mine that was, he was explained to me how when he was like a teenager, he noticed that every one of his friends who got were always when they got killed.
I can see
and
that.
that's why he just said, and to this day, he's like in his 50s. He never drinks when we go out, never.
Yeah,
anything.
I can see that.
Was that the same kind of mentality with you?
Kind of, sort of, but I just don't like drinking. It's just never been for me.
Okay, now, around 2013, there was a robbery situation. It was C. Honcho's brother,
Yeah.
and you were convicted of robbing him?
Yeah.
What was that situation about?
Shit, I had got arrested for robbing him. Feel me? And
Did he cooperate?
yeah, he pointed me out.
Okay.
Yeah, he pointed me out and shit. And
Did that surprise
it was,
you? Did it surprise you that he cooperated?
I mean, yeah, I was talking to him on the phone and shit. I'm like, man, what you like? Hey, man, if you give me this much amount of money, and
How much was he asking for?
I don't know, some I don't even know. I think it was like 5,000-10,000 and some rims or some shit.
And some rims?
Yeah, some goofy shit.
Well,
So,
but in retrospect, that would have been a pretty good deal for you.
man, but when I was hollering at the lawyers, they were saying like, okay, nah, you don't want to do that because you give him some. Then what if he already told once. He already pointed me out once.
Oh, so you could just tell again.
Yeah,
Well,
shit.
and it could be witness tampering.
Yeah,
on top of it.
100%.
Right, and then that has its own charge.
Yeah. What's crazy, my like three of my homies and my baby mama had got locked up for tampering with the witness. And that's kind of what made me get up out of there too. Cause I think one of the witness family members that got shot or something something like that. They got shot. And then the next day they locked my BM and a few of my guys up for, I guess they was around the house. Whatever happened, I don't know what happened, but they got locked up for that. So the lawyer was like, man, they just got locked up for tampering with the witness. You got another murder in front of the same judge. Like, what you gonna do? So I just copped out to that, took 20 or 50 for that just to get that out the way. Then I still had another murder.
Okay, because you did 8 years.
Yeah.
But it was a bunch of cases kind of rolled up in one?
Nah, I beat. So they first charged me with the armed robbery. Boom, I was in there for a few months. They came and charged me with the murder. So,
was this the Sess murder?
Yeah, I think they charged me with Sess murder first. Yeah, then they the state's gonna elect on a more serious case. So they elected on the murder.
Right,
so,
well, that Sess murder was serious because I guess some people actually pointed you out and a witness said that you stood over him and said, bitch, I told you.
Yeah, they said that in the, yeah.
I mean, that's having someone willing to say that and take the stand. I'm sure you were stressed the hell out, especially if it did happen.
Yeah, hell yeah, I was stressed out because you got people coming up there talking about they seen me and like they kind of was just trying to do too much. You feel me? Like the original statement was saying a person with a mask did it, and then later on they was saying, oh, the mask came down, and so the jury seeing through that like nah. And then
it actually went to trial.
Yeah. Both murders went to trial. Yeah.
So you beat 2 murders in trial.
Yeah.
God damn. How far apart were the 2 trials?
Shit. So once I beat one murder, instead of them electing on the other murder, they elected on the robbery because I guess the robbery was a stronger case. You feel me?
So they dropped the other murder?
Nah. They just elected.
Well, what does elected mean?
So elected mean the states get the luxury to choose between which case they want to trial. When you got more than one case, the states got the luxury to pick which case they want to trial first.
Okay.
So they picked the robbery, and then I had a raw ass lawyer too, Frank Himmel. Shout out to him. I ain't gonna lie. He basically was like, man, look, he was keeping it real. Like, man, look, they locked up for the time with the witness. You know what I'm saying? You still got another murder. What you gonna do? Like, these your options. You can cop out. You can go to trial. Da, da, da. So he basically was saying like, if I go to trial for the robbery and they find me guilty, they gonna basically sentence me off the murder. You see what I'm saying? So they gonna max me out for the robbery.
Got it. Oh, okay, so if they can't get the murder, they'll max you out for the robbery.
Yeah, even though I beat the murder.
Some OJ type shit, right?
Basically.
Like, we didn't catch you for the murder, but we're gonna give you 40 years for trying to rob your stuff back.
100%.
Yeah.
So basically, I copped out to that 20 years at 50. So that was 10. With good time, I did like 8.
So you copped out to the C-Dot Honcho's brother robbery.
Yeah.
But you beat both the murders.
Yeah.
In trial.
Yeah, that's what I did all the time for the murders.
How did it feel?
The robbery.
Sorry to interrupt you. How did it feel to sit there and hear the jury say not guilty?
Shit, it felt good. Shit, it felt good.
Well, but I mean, you go through that, you beat one murder, not guilty, and then you're like, okay, I got another murder. I got to do the same thing all over again. And the state is going forward with it.
Hell yeah.
Meaning that, were they offering you plea deals along the way for these
Hell no.
for the 2
For
murders?
murder, I ain't nothing to talk about.
Okay.
Hell no.
So there was no plea deals.
Hell no. They suited up.
Right. And, for the DA to take on that case, the DA feels like he's going to win or she's going to win.
I think at that time they had, head state's attorney. I think she was trying everything. Like, she wasn't really giving motherfuckers no decent deals. She was like, trial. And I think that's kind of what got out of it. I think that was Anita Everest.
Okay. So how did it feel to beat that second murder in court?
It felt good. You know what's crazy?
The same DA?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you beat her twice in court?
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Oh, him. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's probably not your best friend these days.
Hell no, I don't want no smoke with him. He did good. I just didn't do it. I don't want him to think I'm, hell no. I just didn't do it. Shit, I beat it. Shit. Now I'm trying to do better things. You feel me?
Right. Well, you had that line in your song, "Clearing the Air." You said, "Yeah, I beat them bodies. I'm like John Gotti."
Yeah.
Okay, but then you cop out to the robbery, and they give you 20 with 50% time.
Yeah.
It's a state case.
Yeah,
It's
state
not a
case.
fed
Yeah.
case. And you end up doing 8.
Yeah, 8 with good time. I did a little good time schooling and all that.
That was the longest stretch you'd ever done in your life.
Hell yeah.
You're, 22 when you started?
Yeah.
So you get out at 30.
Yeah.
So you pretty much miss your whole 20s.
Yeah.
All the stuff that 20-year-olds do and going out on dates and
Yeah. I was in jail.
You was in jail. What do you think was the most serious situation you saw in jail?
The most serious situation? Shit, I saw a lot, man. I saw police get fucked up. I saw police fuck people up. I saw a lot.
You yourself?
Yeah.
Any altercations?
Yeah, I was getting a little shit. I was getting a little fights and shit. It was crazy. I was mostly getting in fights like over the phone. Like I used to be on the phone a lot. So I go over on somebody's time. Then I get into a fight about that. But not really mostly street shit. I got to street shit here and there.
Okay. Any stabbings or anything else like that?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no. Hell no.
So it never escalated to that point?
Nah, almost. It almost did. I was getting to some guys and some knives got drawn and stuff like that. But shit, these guys had 50, 60, 70 years. I had like 7 at the time. So I'm like, let me get the fuck up out of there. So yeah, because they don't get no fuck. You feel me?
Okay. So you're actually in jail, but you're using your time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You end up getting your GED.
Yeah, I got my GED, all
That's
type
dope.
of shit.
Congratulations.
Cosmetology.
Right, so you can do hair.
Yeah, teach you how to do nails, teach you how to do massages, all type of stuff, hair, everything.
Right, and you said you actually didn't watch TV, didn't listen to music. You just worked out.
Yeah,
You
worked
know,
out
took
on
your
the phone.
classes.
Yeah, that's most what I was doing.
And that was when you were in jail with King Von?
Nah, so when I was in there with Von, we was in NRC. The last time we was in NRC, so NRC is like when I copped out for the robbery, I went to NRC. NRC like holding you go there until you find your joint. Mm-hmm. He was coming back for his murder.
Uh-huh.
He was coming back to go to trial for his murder or whatever, and I was going there to find my joint, but I was still fighting the murder, so they kept me there like 15 months. So we was on deck together. Mm-hmm. We was on deck together and shit, and we was just like, there you locked down all day. So we could just really talk out the door. We used to write kites back and forth. But other than that, yeah.
Well, you get out in 2022.
Yeah.
You did 8 years, 9 months.
Yeah.
What was it like to step outside that first day?
Shit, it was different. It was different. I had already paroled to another state. So the first day I got out, I had to, I seen my family or whatever, then I hopped on the plane, went to another state.
Okay, so you get out and you have to have a job. That's part of your release, right?
Nah, I didn't really have to, but I just wanted to try something different.
Right, so you work construction.
Yeah.
Was that like your first 9-to-5 job?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was decent. It was decent. Sometimes I wish I kept doing it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was decent. Going to work, coming back, chilling, taking care of the family, taking care of the kids.
Why'd you leave?
Huh?
Why'd you leave?
I don't even know, man. I just got really tired of that shit, for real. That shit, I should have kept going, but it was just like, I felt like I was so far behind. Like these guys already knew what they was doing. They, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't finna keep doing this shit.
Now, before you got locked up, you weren't rapping.
Nah.
When you think about
they was
rapping?
always telling me to rap. People was
Yeah.
always telling me to rap.
So, was it like, the plan to rap, was that like close to the end of your sentence? Or was it the whole time you were planning on it?
What's crazy? I think probably around the time I was with Vaughn, we was saying like, man, come on, we gonna rap, da, da, da. And he was sending me little shit that he was rapping on a gallery. I'd be like, man, that shit weak as hell. Like, what the fuck is you doing? But then he just went home. I don't know what the fuck he did. And he just went crazy.
So, you quit your construction job. Is that when you start looking at the rap?
Yeah, yep.
And your name was already Tay Savage?
Yeah, you wanna know what's crazy? I see you interview Boosie a lot, right?
Yeah.
So my original name, when I was it was my Facebook name. It was Tay Badass.
Because of Boosie Badass?
Because of Boosie. I liked the Boosie. Yeah, growing up, I liked the Boosie. I was like a Boosie fanatic.
Yeah. I mean, Boosie's our biggest regular guest.
Yeah.
We've been rocking with Boosie for like a decade.
Yeah, I'll be seeing him.
Okay, but you chose Tay Savage as your rap name.
Yeah. Tay Savage was my name before I got arrested. It was my Instagram name. So, I just kept going along with it. Your Instagram handle be like your street handle shit. So I just kept going with it.
Okay, so when do you release your first song?
I released my first song in like January of 23. I think January of 23.
And was that FaceTime?
Nah, the first song I did was FOS.
FOS.
Yeah.
That's the first song.
FOS.
Okay, that song do anything?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It didn't do everything, but for it to be my first song and
Okay, so the first song gets some traction.
yeah.
And then you start dropping, because 2023 seems like you drop a bunch of songs.
Yeah. I think that was the first one. I think that one probably like 500 some K right now.
Okay. So did you feel at that point, okay, I think this could turn into something?
Yeah, might be on or something.
But like you weren't really, collaborating with the other kind of main Chicago rappers.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some names, but not seem like those are the guys that you rock with, but these aren't like the bigger Chicago rapper names. Did you ever try to reach out? Because you and Lil Reese are close, right?
Yeah.
So did you ever try to reach out to him to do something?
Reese? We did. We got a few songs.
Okay.
Yeah, man, Reese got a few songs.
But that came later.
Yeah. The only person I really reached out to probably was like Bum J, for real, Bum J. Twisted like that, but
Oh, to get the OGs.
yeah, I ain't never really reached out to like the Dirks or the Sosas or nothing like that.
Yeah, man, free Lil Reese. I interviewed him
Yeah.
a while back, and me and him kind of kept in contact. And I would always just tell him like, "Yo, man, just calm down.
Yeah.
You're doing too much for you to actually have a real fan base and have a real career. And you're doing paid interviews, you're getting walkthroughs and features. Like, at one point, your luck is gonna run out if you just keep wilding out."
I think Reese was going through his own little problems.
Yeah.
He just lost his sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But what happened to her?
I just know she passed out. I think like natural causes type thing.
That's sad.
Yeah, so I think he was fighting his own demons.
Yeah.
So
He's doing 5 years at this point.
yeah.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah, that's a long time. Especially for him.
Yeah.
He had got to like the, be out, party, mingle.
Well, I mean, he's on Chief Keef's Don't Like, which
Yeah.
automatically puts him in like a legend status.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the song that set it all off, and does the second verse on that song.
100%.
So it's like, he's always going to be good. There's always going to be someone to book him. Like,
Yeah.
he has an automatic career built in. So when I kept seeing him, like, he got shot, and then this happened, and something happened with a girl, and I was just like, come on, man. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be doing all this.
Yeah.
Just if you just chill, you could really live a pretty good life.
Yeah.
But he just, I don't know what it was. I mean, you know him better than I do.
Yeah, I think he just fighting his own demons.
He's going through some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started putting out a bunch of songs in 2023, and you announced that you're partnering with Empire, like near the end of the year?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did they reach out to you?
It's actually this guy that Reese had put me in tune with. He kind of set it up. You know what I'm saying? I think he was like fake managing Reese or whatever, and he somehow put me. I don't even know how he put me in tune with Bobby from Empire, and yeah, we just been locked in since.
It's a good label, man.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a good label. Me and Ghazi actually were both from the Bay.
Yeah.
So we both kind of came up in our own separate way. So it was cool to see it.
Oh, so you knew Ghazi from back then?
I didn't know him from back then. I'm not going to say that, but we got to know each other kind of early, the early VladTV days.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Before Empire was where it is right now.
Okay.
We'd run into each other, so like when 600 Breezy came here, Ghazi was with him.
Yeah, okay.
That type of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you have a project coming out with Empire.
Yeah.
What's the name?
No Emotions from a King.
Okay, why that name?
It's a handle that one of my homies, he had died or whatever, and that was his little handle. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, do you have, is the album done yet or no?
Yeah, we just working on it. We got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, crazy little things, but just a few little touches. But it'll be out, February 21st?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
In about a
next
month or so.
Yeah.
Any features?
I got some features, but not. I got a lot of features that I ain't dropped. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff that probably not gonna be on that one, but yeah, it's gonna be a wild project though for sure.
Okay. Well, Traplo Ross, who's been on my show a couple times.
Yeah.
He did a whole documentary about you.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah. At first I didn't, but then I just watched it.
Okay. And you weren't too happy about it?
Nah.
And I guess, because Traplo Ross was actually talking about open cases and so forth.
Yeah, he was just talking about a lot of stuff that he didn't really know about. Guess he did a little research and then he was saying like, I don't know, yeah, open cases that I don't even know about and apparently he don't know about, but he kind of threw me for a loop.
Well, he's out in, I think, L.A.
Yeah.
At a bowling alley, and then you see him.
Yeah.
Was it an event or is it just a random bowling alley?
Yeah, so it was an event that I think No Jumper had a little bowling event that they was doing. And we had went with I had went Remo.
Okay.
And yeah. And just so happened he was there.
Okay. So when you saw him, you approached him.
Yeah.
What'd you tell him?
Shit, I basically was just talking to him about tell him how I felt basically about the interview. About the documentary or whatever. And he basically was saying like he understood, but he was telling me that everything that he uses is I guess public information type shit.
Well, I mean, it's public information, but it's also his interpretation of it.
You see
what I'm saying?
And that's kind of like, yeah, like, and he putting a crazy picture together, some shit that like, he ain't, like a lot of shit I ain't know what he was talking about. Like, I wasn't even out for a lot of shit that he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Traplo Ross. He's been on my show multiple times.
Yeah.
And I respect what he does, but me personally, I couldn't do that because there's too much assumption and guessing to go along with it. Like, I remember when, his big documentary was the King Von serial killer documentary. And he went through every tweet that King Von ever tweeted, and he would say, oh, okay, well, this person got killed, and then a couple hours later, King Von tweeted something that sounds like it's sort of about that.
Yeah.
But that's an assumption.
Yeah.
It's not like King Von said, yeah, I'm glad so-and-so is dead. No, he's just tweeting something vague, and Ross is kind of interpreting that as that. Yeah. To me, that's just a little too dangerous, I feel.
Yeah.
For what I do.
Yeah, for the motherfucker. I had seen some shit where you were saying like they tried to use like some with you, like I think somebody case they were trying to use like, cause I ain't gonna lie, at first I thought you had some police shit going on too. Like that's kind of like was
I know that's the rumor.
But once I started, I think I watched you and J Main interview, and he was saying like somebody tried to use.
Yeah. So what happened was I interviewed Jimmy Henchman.
Yeah.
In prison, he was doing triple life, but he had a retrial coming up.
Yeah.
So we talked about a few things, and sometimes when I'm doing interviews, I'm not always catching everything the person's saying because I'm thinking about the next question and how to formulate it. So he had made some comments about his case, and the next day he called me and said, hey, my lawyer is worried about this particular audio. Can you remove it? And I said, sure, no problem. So it got removed. Maybe like 9 months later, the feds reached out to me and they said, we want a copy of that audio. And I'm like, I'm not going to give it to you. They're like, well, you already put it out, so we could, we should have access to it. And I'm like, well, you could talk it over to my lawyer. They're like, well, we'll put you on the stand. I'm like, well, you guys could do whatever you want to do, but I'm not going to cooperate. And my lawyer is now going to speak to you moving forward. So I spent like $10,000 in lawyer fees, and ultimately they couldn't get the sign off.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
They had, and the thing is, they had the clip, like someone else had reposted it or whatever. But when it comes to evidence, you have to get the source. You see, you have to have the person sign off and say, I'm the source, this is accurate, it's not modified, it's not
100%.
cut together, whatever else. And since I wasn't cooperating and wasn't giving them the original footage,
they couldn't use it.
They weren't able to use that. Now, Jimmy Henchman had his retrial and he ended up losing.
Yeah.
but it had nothing to do with that. And I never even told him about it until years later.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to be careful about not talking about open cases. You know, when we're talking about all the stuff you're doing, this is stuff that you've beaten trial or you've done time for.
100%.
But I'm not going to ask you about a body that is still a cold case. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm to the point where I haven't done interviews with people that are still fighting cases.
100%.
Like Draco the Ruler wanted to do an interview with me when he was fighting his murder case when he was in jail, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I told him I'd interview him right when he gets out. He got out. We did
I
an interview.
respect that. You probably should talk about that more because people didn't know that. You know, everybody was just,
I mean, it's the truth.
Oh, don't go to Vlad. They gonna go to jail.
The only person I know where our content is going to be potentially used in a trial is Keefe D.
Yeah.
But Keefe D wrote a book that was on Amazon.
Yeah.
That talked about all the stuff we talked about in the interview.
Yeah.
So listen, if you want to write a book about a bunch of unsolved murders, I'm not going to be able to help you at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
I mean, were you surprised that he went to jail?
Hell no. After I seen all that shit, I was surprised they didn't been lock him up.
Yeah, but it took like 5 years. From the time of my interview to him getting locked up.
They were saying like it was like he had some type of agreement with them, but he couldn't talk about it.
Well, he had a proffer agreement.
Right.
So, but a proffer agreement, from what I understand, is you could tell them everything. So, like, let's just say I had a proffer agreement, right? And they're like, look, we're trying to, we have a bigger case here we're trying to solve. So tell us everything, and everything you say can't be used against you in court. So I can say, cool, I killed this person, this person, this person, I robbed this person, whatever. Okay, cool.
Kind of like Sammy the Bull or something, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Because Keefe D had a PCP case. Yeah. So they caught him with a bunch of PCP. He was facing 25 years. They're like, tell us all about the Tupac murder, and we'll drop the PCP case. So he said everything about the Tupac murder. They secretly recorded it. So they dropped the PCP case. But the way proffers work is that it's called queen for a day, meaning that that day you could say whatever you want. But if you decide to say it the next day, then all that becomes evidence.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah.
He didn't know that or something?
I don't know. I have no idea. Or he just thought that they just didn't care.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, so basically once he started writing books, doing interviews, and I didn't do his only interview. I did 2 interviews, but then there was Cam Capone, there was Our Dialogue.
Seen a couple
he had like about, 6 or 7 different interviews.
Yeah, I seen a couple of them on him.
Where he kept kind of embellishing the story. Said that Tupac was breakdancing when he was getting shot, and and it was pretty grisly, So ultimately, Las Vegas PD finally just had enough of it and arrested him. So now he's facing trial.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever, and if that goes to trial, then my audio will be used. But Las Vegas PD kept calling me, asking me for all my raw footage and asking me to cooperate, and I just ignored all their phone calls.
Yeah.
Because my thing is like, if you come and do an interview with me, I'm not going to turn around and cooperate with law enforcement.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do my best to stop it.
Yeah.
Now if I get subpoenaed and I have to take the stand, I'll turn into a hostile witness. I'll just say I don't remember nothing.
Who just did that? I think Woody.
Yeah, Lil Woody. Yeah, I interviewed him. Yeah, so he basically came in and just said, I lied, I don't remember, and basically helped Young Thug beat his case. If you think about it, because he was a star witness. They were counting on to tie Thug together into all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you and Traplo Ross had your words. Did you think it was going to turn violent at all? Like, what if he was just,
nah,
just guys just start talking back to you?
Nah, I'm, like, my younger days, I'm more of a thinker now, you feel me? What I'm going to do? He probably pressed charges for sure. I mean,
yeah, he's definitely pressing charges.
Like, so
100%.
I'm more of a thinker, but I'm going to let you know how I feel. But I don't just got to use violence now. I know how to think a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll tell you like how I feel, but I ain't going to let you play with me at the same time, though. But I ain't going to just be so quick to...
Well, yeah, you actually said your own grandmother called you because she had watched that documentary, that Traplo Ross.
She did.
How was that conversation like with your grandmother?
She ain't like it. She like, I don't even know how she even know who he is. Somebody might have sent it to him or something. Yeah. Sent it to her or something. But I don't know. Yeah, but she was just like, like, man, what's going on? Like, what? I'm like, man, I don't know. I ain't even, at that time I ain't watch it. So I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, like, why would he do that? She like, yeah, like, it looks bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but shit, I don't know. I don't really know what he talking about though. You feel me?
But you guys actually did a No Jumper interview together.
Yeah, once we talk, that's why I learned that sometimes it's just good to not think violence instantly. Sometimes you just gotta talk and see what's, like, like analyze the situation. So once I talked to him, he really not a bad dude. I think he just a guy. I thought he was the police. I thought he was some type of like UK federal agent or something.
Interpol or something like that?
I still kind of, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, man, this nigga the police for sure. Like, something ain't right. You feel me? But then once I talked to him, he's just like, nah, I'm really just a fan of you guys. And, I study this and da-da-da-da-da. But I kind of still blame it on, like, a lot of that shit from, like, a lot of shit. Like, me personally, I don't do all that tweeting, and I don't even have a Twitter. I don't do all that. So, but a lot of that shit they be getting from people doing that, like people putting that shit out there, like, oh yeah, smoking on this, doing that, or doing that.
Well, I mean, but does it bother you when things are said about you which aren't true? Like, for example, there was the whole rumor that you killed Blaze Doll's mother. And I remember when FIBJ Maine did an interview, and he was like, because at one point he said, I know for a fact that Tay Savage did it. And he's like, no, man, I was lying. I was just trolling. That's not true. But that's not a good rumor to have.
Hell no.
Especially a woman at that. And you actually talked about how you actually promoted Blazing Doll's music despite the allegations.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever talked?
Nah. Ain't nothing to talk about. For real shit. Really nothing to talk about. She cool. Like, I ain't know. She's like young. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So ain't really nothing to talk about. She cool. Like, I'm not no enemy to her or nothing like that.
Well, you said you would end the war in Chicago if it was up to you. Why do you think you have this extreme level of violence in this one city?
Man, I don't know, man. It's just like, I think the internet play a big part in it. Then, like, so everybody want to rap, right? But then it's this thing behind it, like, if you rap about stuff that you ain't doing, like, everybody want like that. Lil Jeff, you know what I'm saying? They want that. But if you ain't doing it, it's like, nobody really want to hear, like, oh, nah, he a goofy. He talking about that. He ain't really like that. So these guys want to do it. Or back then, like, it used to be like a group of people that do that. And there's, some guys that get money. Then there's the guys that, that went to school. Now it's just like everybody shooters. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like that's probably why a lot of that telling shit going on, because people trying to be something that they really not. Like,
so
this guy.
You're saying that the music is causing people to escalate things?
I feel like the music play a big part in the music, the internet, the shit, all type of shit. Government, all type of shit. Ain't no telling shit. All these high-powered ass weapons in Chicago. I don't know. That's a different story, though.
I mean, do you think that there'll ever be some sort of structure? Because, I mean, if you look back in Chicago, like the Larry Hoovers and people like that, they actually had a level of control where they could bring out 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people, and they would generally listen to this person's guidance.
Yeah.
But these days, you don't have any of that at all.
Yeah.
You have just small little crews of people that just rock with each other, and GD, BD almost doesn't even matter, because GDs are fighting with each other and BDs are doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the effect that happened once they took those guys. You know what I'm saying? They took the structure. That's why the shit going on in jails, the all the spitting asses and shit, because there's no structure. Like, they like, even in jail, like, if they find out you got, like, some type of leadership, they take you. You know what I'm saying? Some type of structure, they take you. So then what you think gonna happen? It's just gonna be chaos. So.
We also said that money plays a big role in it.
Hell yeah, I feel like people have money. I feel like people were, because listen, this is something I learned. Like, even though a lot of these guys, like, you know what I'm saying, do what they do in the streets, a lot of these guys, they, like, to their mother, they different. To their grandma, they different. You feel me? So if you give a guy that got, like, a little hard or whatever some money, what the first thing he gonna do? Probably buy his mom a house, or, you know what I'm saying? He gonna try to help his family. So once they do that, then they gonna have to keep that up. They gonna have to keep doing what they doing to keep it up, keep rapping or keep whatever to keep it up. So it'll get them responsibilities. Right now, ain't nobody got no responsibilities. They just run around trying to go viral, shoot a motherfucker and talk about it and go viral, or sniff a pill online and go viral or some shit like that.
Well, yeah, and you're seeing some of the younger rappers actually rap about the crimes that they're committing. And the biggest example, I think, is Bloodhound Lil Jeff.
Yeah.
And you've commented on this.
Yeah.
Did you know him personally?
Nah, I liked him, though. I never met him. I was in jail when he, but from what I was seeing, I liked him, though.
Yeah, no, he was dope, but he was one of these guys that was rapping about a bunch of stuff. I mean, he's passed now, so it kind of doesn't matter, what we talk about. But it seemed like he was rapping about actual murders that he was involved in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. His music hardcore, so I don't know.
Right. Now you got Bloodhound Q50.
Yeah.
I think he's out right now.
Yeah, I think he just came home.
But he has to deal with, kind of all the backlog of this type of thing. Why do you think, and you see this kind of thing in Jacksonville also, like Fulio, someone I've interviewed a few times.
Yeah.
But when you look at his career, his biggest song is, in a cemetery holding up pictures of his dead enemies, like bragging about the murders, not to say he was involved in it, but just bragging about these people who have died, who are, a lot of them are like teenagers. They didn't really get to, even live their lives. So why do you think that you've seen people actually doing this type of thing? And then, FBG Duck, right before he died, he dropped Dead Bitches, where he's naming every single enemy he has and kind of mocking their death. 'Cause you yourself, I don't think you've ever really done that, have you?
No, I don't be doing that. I
listened to the whole catalog. I didn't hear you really dissing you're not smoking any packs. You're not.
No.
Was that a conscious decision not to do that?
Yeah, I don't really like playing with the dead like that. You feel me? Me personally, there's some people that I really didn't like that's dead. You feel me? But I don't really like playing with the dead. I mean, it's over with. So I don't really be. And then most people that be playing with the dead, people that didn't even do it. Like, you talking about some shit you ain't even do. So
true.
That's goofy shit to me.
Yeah.
You talking about some shit you didn't do, so I don't know. Speak on some shit you did. Don't speak on some shit that another motherfucker did. I feel like that's kind of
Yeah, I agree. Well, you ended up violating your probation or your parole.
Yeah.
And you did 5 months.
Yeah, 5 months.
That's because you traveled without permission and they say you were around gang members?
Yeah.
And I guess there was a video of you at a party where a shootout happened?
Yeah.
So based on all that, they violated you?
Yeah.
So you went in for 5 months?
Yeah.
And are you still on, and then, so doesn't it start over again, once you get out?
Hell no, I'm off parole.
Oh, so you're off parole completely?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't been off nothing since I was 15. I've been on parole, probation, parole.
The whole time?
Yeah, I'm
So this is
off.
the first time you're off?
Yeah.
But you still can't travel completely freely, can you? Or,
Yeah, I can do
so
whatever I
you can do
want.
whatever you want?
Yeah.
So you don't have to check in with
I just put in
anyone?
for my passport. Yeah.
Aha. Okay. So you could hang out with whoever you want to hang out with?
Yeah, I'm off, yeah.
I mean, when you look at, for example, Young Thug, he has 15 years of probation.
Yeah.
Where they say he can't be around gang members, he can't say anything gang-related, or else he violates. As someone that's been on probation and so forth, do you think that it's going to be easy for Young Thug to do that, or do you think it's a challenge because sometimes you don't even know who you're around? You could be, I don't know who's in a gang in this room. I have no idea.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? But if I'm on probation, I could potentially get busted for doing that.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it'll be easy for him, or do you think he's so rich that he could actually insulate himself with all that?
I mean, Thug. I think Thug gonna do him, period. So, just gotta see. I mean, his first day out, I don't know. Thug gonna do him. So, I think he gonna be straight, though, because at the same time, they know he, you know what I'm saying? What if he came in here today and was like, fuck it, I want to do the Vlad interview, stand here, and shit. Then all of us gang related. You know what I'm saying? Then it'd be like,
Yeah.
he violate.
Right, but this actually happens. The rumored mafia leader of Philly, Joey Merlino, he kept violating for just being around other mafia guys.
Yeah.
Like over and over again.
Yeah.
Back for 5 years.
I think New York be on that kind of tough. I had seen something like, I think I just watched like Mob Wives or something.
Yeah.
And like they can't, like they was watching what they say or something, because like.
Sure.
I think New York be on that kind of tough.
Yeah.
Chicago do too, but not really.
Well, remember like when King Von was alive, him and Dirk couldn't actually be together.
Yeah.
In the same room.
Yeah.
They would have to just collaborate by just sending each other stuff, but you never actually saw them together because there's
case.
stipulations about them being around each other.
Yeah.
So.
Because they case in Atlanta too, though.
Yeah.
So Atlanta might do it like that, but Chicago do it like that too. Like you can't be around your co-defendant. But
right. Well, one of my regular guests, Tony Yayo, reached out to you.
Yeah.
That's my man.
Yeah.
He's here all the time.
Yeah.
In fact, I was just in Vegas. I went to the 50 Cent show.
Yeah, I like Tony Yayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reached out to me, FaceTime me, him and 50 on a private jet. I think they was on like the last lap tour.
Right.
They on a private jet and shit. So that motivated me. I don't even know if you know that or not, but that definitely like motivated me. I grew up watching 50 and Tony Yayo and all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I mean, could you say that 50 is the biggest gangster rapper of all time? You might be able to say that.
Hell yeah.
Of all time? In terms of that genre, gangster rap, which he firmly and has gone diamond and everything. I'm trying to think if there's a bigger, now there's bigger like pop rappers, like, Drake has outsold 50 over time, but I'm saying like in terms of gangster rap, I don't think there's anyone bigger than 50 in the history of hip hop.
Yeah, I can't see nobody. 50 tough, man. I watched 50, I read his book. I studied his, like a lot of his interviews, Pop, and people that I kind of like study.
So what's next for you?
Man, just like 2025, I'm just all gas. Feel me? I got a lot of collabs I haven't even dropped or even, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot going on.
Well, yeah, man, I'm seeing a lot of growth, though. When you look at your whole story and you look at how wild you were in your teens and your early 20s, it seemed like you took that prison time seriously. Like those 8 years and 9 months, seems like it really set in and changed you as a person.
For sure.
Because even when we talk about the whole Trap Lord Ross thing, like, you could have been completely ignorant in your approach.
I think that time saved my life. If you think about it, before the Vons and all that, it was me. You see what I'm saying? So what would have happened if I was out there during that time? Look at Duck, Von. The list go on. So I feel like that made me like sit back. A lot of people that I used to be around, I don't even be around no more. You feel me? So I feel like that shit saved my life, I ain't gonna lie.
Do you still live in Chicago?
Yeah.
Do you plan on moving?
Moving where? Do I still live in Chicago?
Yeah.
No. I paroled out the state.
Aha.
Yeah, so I did this shit called Interstate Compact. So, like I said, my first day out, I had to get on a plane and shoot to another state.
Okay.
That's how I violated for coming back to Chicago.
Oh, okay. So do you plan on just living somewhere else moving forward?
Yeah, hell yeah. I plan on traveling.
Okay.
I plan on getting shit out the country.
Why do you think that so many people that are in a similar situation as you still decide to stay in Chicago? Like Lil Reese was always in Chicago and he was getting into more situations.
He lived out of Chicago. That's crazy.
But he would come back to Chicago all the time.
Yeah.
Like when he got shot, we talked about that on camera.
Yeah.
He was in Chicago.
Yeah.
So wherever he was living, he was constantly coming back.
Yeah.
So why do you think that so many people don't follow your footsteps and continue to just hang out?
Chicago like a drug. You feel me? Like, it's like, you always want to go back to where you like, even when you go somewhere else, you kind of get like bored and you kind of be like, especially if you never did time, you kind of be like, man, I kind of miss, man, it's not that bad, man. I could kind of just go in for 1 second and see them real quick and that's how shit happened. When I be out the state, I be chilling. I be Gucci flip-flops on, tank top, walking in the store, hey, Tay Savage. I'm not. But yeah, I be chilling.
I have the same tattoos.
I love it. I love it out there, shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I've always said, like, I wish Duck had moved.
Yeah.
If Duck had moved he'd be dropping a song this week and hanging out with his kids.
Yeah.
And, because he had already been shot. He'd been stabbed. His brother had gotten killed.
Yeah.
Brick. You're seeing the writing on the wall, and I'm saying it, but he's not really listening to me.
Yeah.
Because he's probably just assuming I don't know what I'm talking about. But I actually counted 20 people I've interviewed since I started have been killed violently.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up. I think what it be too though, like a lot of people be trying to save everybody around them. So when I went to jail, I learned that most of the time you're really mostly by yourself. It'd be a few people, like, you be thinking like, oh man, this the hood and this all this my block. But once you go to jail, you get to seeing like, man, you really in this shit by yourself. Yeah. So once you start doing that, and then once you start like moving for yourself, and then coming back and trying to, hey, look, come over here, come. Like the ones you do love and fuck with, I feel like you gotta move for yourself first before you can do anything for anybody else.
Yeah, you can't save everyone.
Can't.
You could set an example and you can help out when you can, but ultimately, and listen, over time, I've had to adjust the way I function. I used to go to people's blocks and people's studios and people's homes and record there, and people be pulling out guns during the interview, and it looks cool on camera, but you get older and you realize that like these could all be situations that could turn violent in a split second.
Yeah. Guns go off.
Guns go off.
You the video man, they doing all this.
Yeah.
I would be like,
yeah,
wait,
I know.
whoa.
No, I know, man. I feel stupid for actually even holding the camera. Like, now that I think about it now.
And then you think like, why you like, to be honest, if you play with guns, you're not gonna want to show guns. If you really play with guns, you're not gonna want to be like, oh yeah, I got this. This is a motherfucker that's like, I don't get it. Like back then, I ain't gonna lie, we used to be doing, we was shorties, we didn't know no better.
Yeah.
We got the guns in the camera. It like, shit wasn't going viral like how it is now. They got old videos of us playing with guns and shit like that. But motherfucker put a gun up, I'm out the camera like, hold on, I don't like.
No, like these days, you got to come to my studio. Unless you're like a Teddy Riley that invited me to his home to do the interview. Like, okay, I'll go to your mansion and do the interview there. But in general, you have to come to me, come to my studio. I'll have my own security. Everyone will be safe. Everyone walks out,
for sure,
and so forth.
Definitely a nice setup. Should come to Chicago sometime though.
I go to Chicago sometimes.
Somebody do something. Come to Chicago and do something. Like we got like a mosque or something. You can come.
Okay. Good. Film at the mosque. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Come.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
I love Harold's, man. Whenever I go to Chicago, I always hit up Harold's.
Yeah. Harold's. Yeah. Garrett's popcorn. I don't know if you know about Garrett's.
Okay. No, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, before I let you go, you actually want to introduce your new artist.
Yeah. It's one of my first artists, J. Ville, signed the Family of Savages.
Okay. Well, by the way, why the name Family of Savages?
Tay Savage. Shit, we the Family of Savages. We all, shit,
Yeah, I feel like the family name is kind of like you got OTF, and it's a real Chicago thing.
Yeah, we be like a real family.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like when we in the studios or whatever, anything we going through, not just like music wise, it's like a real family for real. So
the chain you got, what does that say?
This one?
Yeah.
It say DOA.
DOA?
Yeah.
And what does that stand for aside from the obvious?
It's really just a chain. Dreamers achieve, for real. Dreamers.
One more time? You don't want to say what it really means?
Nah, that's shout out to Polo G, man. That's shout out to Polo G. But yeah, I got a few more artists too, like Boogie the G, Hard Body Lodox. You feel me? Got a few more artists too.
Okay, wait, hold on. Is this because I remember there was a thing when you did Say Cheese, you were wearing Polo G's artist Young Liv's chain. Is that it?
Is that it?
Hell nah.
You know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah, we familiar. But nah, that's his chain though.
That's your chain?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the whole story of that other chain?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really know what's up with Livy, man. Livy cool.
Okay. Are you and Polo G cool?
Yeah, Polo cool.
Okay.
Yeah, no disrespect to Polo. Yeah, Polo cool.
Yeah, Polo's mad at me last I checked.
Yeah, but
Polo doesn't like me, so.
He don't like you?
Nah.
Yeah, Polo cool. Matter of fact, free his brother Trench. Free Trench, baby.
Trench, baby, yeah.
Long live YBC Duel.
YBC Duel.
Yeah.
That was the one that was like in graveyards, digging up graves.
Yeah, Big Nugget.
That's our boy. We fuck with
Oh, that was your friend?
Yeah.
When I heard he was actually trolling when he did that, he wasn't actually digging up someone's
I don't
grave.
know. I don't know. I never asked him. But yeah, we fuck with Duel though.
Okay. That was the one that called himself Mr. Untouchable?
Mr. Disrespectful.
Mr. Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, how'd you feel when he got killed?
I was in jail, man. Even him, Fulio, like him, Fulio was two motherfuckers that I used to be, just hollering at. Spooky Duke and CEO Jizzle, they both went to jail for like some murder shit. These motherfuckers that I was, kind of like coming up with. So it was like, damn, that little 5 months, a lot of shit happened.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So is he on your new album?
Yeah, no, not this album. He really just got signed.
Okay.
So he'll be on the next album. Him and I'm gonna do a whole FOS like album, just
Okay.
with all the artists.
Well, congratulations on signing with Tay Savage, man.
Appreciate it.
Well, listen, man, congratulations. And look, like, I went through the catalog. Like, you have some really dope music. And you got, like, a real dope flow. And I feel like some of these songs, they're, like, about 100,000 streams and so forth.
Yeah.
I feel like the world just hasn't caught on yet.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, the music is there, and the talent is there, the beats are there. But once you get a bigger push from, like, an empire or, as you start to grow and as you start doing more shows and everything, I feel like once people learn about Tay Savage, things are going to, go up pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I feel.
Hey, what Pac say, if I don't change the world, I'm gonna spark the brain
Yeah.
to change the world.
That's what it is. Tay Savage, man. Appreciate you coming in.
I
Till
appreciate
next
you for
time.
having me. Yep.
Peace.
Yep.